Good, happy Monday morning, April 12, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Monday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday morning, so let's begin. First up, we're going to take a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. So let's take a look at those right now. And here is a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. They're at 88,854 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. There are 1,257 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. There are 107 current number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And that is a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. Health officials monitoring rise of COVID-19 cases in New Hampshire. Race to vaccinate continues. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Tractor has been in our family since 1955, when great-grandfather Pearlie and our grandfather George decided to sell tractors out of their barn. With a work ethic geared towards customer satisfaction.
Another mass vaccination site comes to an end at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon. This is the third time the state has held an event like this. Between the Loudon location and other fixed sites, more than 15,000 people were vaccinated this weekend. Among them, Governor Chris Sununu and other state officials.
Hats off to the staff that are the hundreds of individuals that make this happen.
Right now, more than 41% of the state's population have received one dose of vaccine. Just over 21% are fully vaccinated. The state's push to get vaccines to people who want one comes as cases and hospitalizations rise in New Hampshire.
Obviously, we're concerned about the cases that are rising. There's still overall a high amount of COVID-19 circulating in the state.
A reminder, the pandemic isn't over just yet, says Dr. Beth Daly, Chief of the Bureau of Infectious Disease Control.
Even though we're excited about the nice weather, we're excited about potentially getting back together with our friends and family, and excited about the vaccine, we do still have to take those precautions.
Governor Sununu says the increase was expected.
It's a spring surge. There's a variety of different reasons for that, of course. The good news is that the fatalities are some of the lowest numbers we've seen this week that we've seen in the last 4 months. Hospitalizations are very manageable.
Now, it's important to note the fixed site that was here at Nashua High South is being moved to a new location tomorrow. So if you had an appointment scheduled for here, you now need to report to the former Sears at the Pheasant Lane Mall. Reporting in Nashua, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Successful ski season winding down despite COVID-19 pandemic. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Does your boiler or furnace vent into your chimney? The majority of chimney flues in New Hampshire are actually
It's the final runs of the season at Waterville Valley Resort. Skiing ends today after a spring that was lacking in fresh snow.
Everybody was anticipating a very robust spring, and traditionally March adds up to a lot of snow. This year it did not. It came a little flat. Came in like a lamb and left like a lamb.
But despite that, General Manager Tim Smith says it was a successful month, and overall they are pleasantly surprised by the entire winter.
food and beverage was down, ski school lessons were down, rental was down, but ticket sales were up. People got out skiing that hadn't been skiing in a long time because it was a good activity to do.
Ski New Hampshire, which represents 30 resorts statewide, says the desire to get outside drove skiers to the slopes.
People start to get cabin fever as the winter wears on, and they were coming out.
At the start of the season, industry leaders say there were concerns about how the year would play out, but they managed to have an entire winter despite the pandemic's restrictions.
I think overall we did great. No one had to close because of an outbreak. I think we're going to end up, in terms of skier visits, with probably an average year, which is fairly remarkable.
And with warmer days here to stay, Waterville Valley is already offering disc golf and fat bike rentals.
Get up to your local mountains and enjoy the spring.
Ski officials think this winter could lead to an uptick in future sales. They say the trend of people wanting to get out during the cold winter months will likely continue into next year.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Fire in Salem leaves 4 displaced, no injuries reported. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
What is there not to love about Franklin Pierce?
The Pierce Promise New Hampshire Scholarship Program is new at Franklin Pierce for...
Right now, fire crews are still on the scene of this fire in Salem. Officials tell us the fire at 9 Hague Street is under control. 4 people have been displaced here. There were no reported injuries.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Grandmother shot, killed in Boston while sitting on front porch, officials say. Let's take a listen to that video.
For the easy and the complex, the small stuff and the big, we're here with the affordable local loans, easy to manage accounts, and financial advice to help you blaze a trail, figure stuff out, and make your money go farther. We're Granite State Credit Union. Live bold.
At approximately 6 p.m., officers assigned to District C11 responded to the area of 19 Olney Street for the report of a person shot. Upon arrival, officers observed a female approximately in her mid-70s suffering from gunshot wounds. This victim was subsequently transported to the hospital and was pronounced. The preliminary investigation indicates there was gunfire in front of 19 Olney Street, and the victim was struck as a result of that gunfire. As the mayor indicated earlier, it is outrageous and heartbreaking that a woman in her 70s can't sit in her porch and enjoy a warm evening without this being the end result. We're urging anybody, if you have any information in regards to this investigation, please contact the Boston Police Homicide Unit at 617-343-4700, the tip line 1-800-494-TIPS. Also, as the mayor alluded to, the trauma team is here also. If you're in need of services as a result of this incident, you can call them at 617-425-0125.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Woman accused in deadly hit and run. Let's take a listen to that video from WPBF 25 News, Florida.
The woman is being held on a $60,000 bond accused in a deadly hit and run last night. Officials say around 10 p.m., Nastasia Snape drove around a traffic on North Ocean Boulevard around stopped traffic, hitting a woman and a 6-year-old boy on the sidewalk. Well, that woman was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead, and the boy is seriously hurt. They say Snape here drove off before crashing her car in Delray Beach, where she was then arrested. She now faces multiple charges. Okay, and there you go on
that video and that report. And that does it for this Monday edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching and have a great Monday, everyone. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.